Good morning, I'm Lynn, and welcome to another day at Ewetopia Farms. Say hello.
Hello.
Today we're gonna see what happened with all the rams and movements we made yesterday to see how everyone's doing. Is it gonna be a good day or a bad day?
Great day.
There you go.
It was snowing this morning.
Ooh. So we'll see how Handsome's doing with his ewes, how Geronimo's doing with his, and we're going to look at some really clean ewe lambs and some lambs leave the jugs. We'll visit with the lambs and we'll see why Ben is so proud of himself.
Well, let's see what's happening, babe.
So let's get started. So last night we let all the rams out of the catch pen here after I don't know how many hours they spent in there, maybe 9 hours, and they're all here. Was there anyone dead this morning?
No.
So everybody's okay. The new ones, where's the two new ones?
They're here somewhere.
Oh, this one?
Right here.
These two. Oh yeah, see? He comes right up to me to hit me. So it looks like everybody's settled down. Right now, Gladiator is limping. So we're going to give him some antibiotics because he probably got mud in his toes and it's causing scald a little bit. So we're going to do that right now. What we did with Gladiator, Arnie held him and I squirted copper tox in his front foot just between his toes and gave him a shot of biomycin. Tomorrow he should be much better. Right now he's gonna probably lay down because the copper tox burns, I think. But inevitably when the rain starts and the pastures get mucky, you'll start to get limping sheep.
Heavy sheep in the mud.
Yeah. But everybody else is good, and it's not a serious thing. It can be serious if you don't treat it, but if you treat it the first day you see it, usually disappears immediately. These are the new guys. And we don't know what he's doing digging. What are you doing?
Hey, bud. Okay,
So we're gonna head out and see how the new breeding groups did, because we didn't check on Handsome. I'll go check on Handsome, how he's doing with his gigantic harem over there.
He's nice quiet.
Handsome's back here. At least he gets to hang out with the girls for a month. Hi, Handsome. Is it kind of boring in here? We're hoping it's boring. Hi, girls. Well, he's checking them anyway. You make sure those other guys didn't miss anyone. Hi, girls. So far looks all quiet in this barn. And yay, every single one of them got on by themselves today. I didn't have to push Calamity, who's at the end here, or number 2. Oh, now that's something. The little guy pushed the big guys off. Oh, but there's another bottle there if he goes finds it. So right now we're in the Dorset barn feeding the lambs, and this is the little side. And as you could see, until just that moment, there was a whole bunch of them in the creep area too. Right now the sun is shining in on half of the barn here. It's supposed to rain again this afternoon, but they really like it when the sun's out. Hi, guys! Hi! you guys. See, they're eating the hay too. But the lambs are well on their way, you can see that now. And see this lamb here at the feeder? See how from its shoulders up to its head it's darker colored wool? That's because that's a back feeder. She nurses her own mom, always her own mom, from behind. So as a result she gets peed on, which causes the discoloration in the wool. But she's not a stealer because I've checked and it's definitely her own mom. And here's a smaller one who thinks he's got an edge if he goes in the feeder to eat.
Animals will tell you what they want. Look, look. See?
Well, they were eating it here too. Put some new hay in their feeders, so they're gathering to that. Even the little ones. They'll tell you which hay they prefer best.
Animals will tell you what they want.
And a cluster in there. This is the other Suffolk barn that we messed around with yesterday. Geronimo's now got a really big group. He's a fairly young ram still, so we pulled Felon out and joined his group with Geronimo's. So Geronimo is acting kind of as a cleanup ram for Felon's group. And the reason we pulled Felon out is because last year he had a few open in his breeding group, and so we aren't as confident with him, so we gave him a cleanup. Whereas we've never had a problem with Snappy ever, so we left him in. Although technically if we wanted to, we could pull that divider wall in and put his group in with Jethro because it's the same bloodlines. We would still record the difference, but all the ewes would be compatible with Jethro as well. But those two groups we are going to leave intact. And Geronimo, we'll see. So that way we can test to see how our rams performed this year. There's Geronimo right there. Good testicles, good bone on him. Geronimo would be half brother to Killer as well. But he's doing his job. He's waited for all the ewes to line up. He's got a bigger group now, but he went down the line and just to make sure that nobody was cycling. That's what we like to see. It's a sign that the ram is working, even if we miss actually seeing them breed, because I mean we're not in here 24/7, so it's easy to miss the actual breeding. But because we feed every day, and the rams do tend to let them line up and do their walk through with the ewes, it's a good opportunity for us to see that they're still performing. We'll see how Felon did with his group. I never saw him doing this lineup thing, so it makes you a little bit worried. If Felon didn't breed his group or only bred like one, we'll probably pull him from our lineup for the future. Because he's a pet, he'll probably stay here, just retire here. But all of that information we'll let you know come the end of lambing season. Not until next March or so. We kept one little ram back for people with smaller sheep. And he wants to look like a big guy, so he's showing off up on the box. Oh! We'll show that clever boy again. That was clever. That was pretty clever. Oh, not you. Casanova, you're adorable.
Brand new feet.
And he has new feet. His toes look fantastic. Look at you guys. Could you get any nicer? I don't think so. These guys all have good testicles. Ready for breeding, good, round, solid, well-hung, well-proportioned testicles on these lads. It's irritating us quite a bit about those two rams right now, those ones we bought in. There's their green time. This is where we see that Killer still runs up, and he has. Fingers crossed on him. You notice our ewe lambs. These are our replacement ewe lambs. They're looking pretty white and clean, it's hard to find our show sheep in this group now because they are all pretty white. A lot of our sheep tend to look browner, almost like we've been dipping them. And people have asked about that, if we dip them, and we don't. And the reason they look like that, like you can see on the back of that guy's back, it's kind of orangey color. Because they can go under the feeders here, and the feeders are metal, they rub themselves on the metal and it discolors their wool, but it does wash off. But these girls have been going out in the pasture and have been caught in a few rainstorms way at the very back, and so now they all look nice and sparkly clean. The rams, not so much, because if it rains, they've gotten in really quickly, so haven't been bathed off. Because our sheep are generally fair weather sheep, but the pasture where they use is really, really large. So I noticed recently they've even been standing out in the rain if it was just misting. They don't like heavy rain, but it's never really been a heavy rain, but today they all look sparkling clean, really nice. There they are again on this side, same thing, all nice and sparkly. And our leaves are still on the trees. It's remarkable, actually. The maples and the oaks are still holding their leaves. I notice our neighbor's forest over there has no leaves, but he has mainly ash in his forest, and I don't know if all those ash are dead, which is devastating because that's quite a big forest there, or if I know ash lose their leaves earlier too, but inevitably I think that forest will disappear. We have ash in ours as well, but We just have a little island of it that's not actually in the forest. It's right at the front. And those ash trees are all dead. But ours is mainly maple and oak, so it's still quite a healthy forest. So these guys are free to go out. We've opened the door for them. Hi, you look pretty. You look really, really pretty. Hi, girls. Hi. Hi, you guys. Hello. Hello. That's a nice view. Hi. Hi. Hello, how you doing? So now we let the girls out. We thought they were going to be locked in because we expected it was going to rain every day. And it has been raining every day, but not constantly. So we've just allowed them to go out. And when it rains, you know our sheep, they're fair weather sheep. The doors are open so they can come back in if it starts to pour. Hi, you guys look so pretty. You do, you look so pretty. Hi. We're gonna open the door and let out the boys. The styles of the rams we held back for sale, we have a range of them. Our ewes are all consistent because they're staying here and we want them all identical, but the boys will all be going to different farms, and different farms require different types of rams. So we try to keep the best rams of every type, like size, height, width, so people will have rams that they can use on any type of flock. Hi, big boys. Oh, and they're doing their mad dash to the field. And off they go for another day. These are the two little lambs. We have dewormed the mum and trimmed her hooves, and I guess we could let them out, eh?
Yeah.
It's a really big pen with only a few sheep in, so I think they're ready to go out. Do you have the gate up back there? So we'll see how she does in there.
Pay attention. Come on, get with the program.
See, but she was talking to them. She's trying to get them to follow. And this is where they learn to be a family group.
Come on.
Okay, you can kind of see them past Arnie. Stand to the side so we can see them. There they are. See, they're staying right with Mommy. She's got 2 red dots on her, so I know in the pen that I gotta look for 2 red lambs with her. And she's gonna figure out that gate's open and they'll go out there. But it's all a learning thing, so now they gotta learn to deal with new mums, new lambs. And that 58 was the one that went in before them, and look at how big that 58 is now. So we have the John Deere repairman here. We have a skid steer that's not working properly. So the skid steer people just aren't responding to the repairs. Like, we call them every week. They say to call back, and they keep giving us the runaround that they can't repair it yet. So we tried John Deere, and they've sent somebody out. So we'll see what they can do. We've had good luck with John Deere in the past. Well, that's brutally cold out here today, so I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to press the subscribe button, and I hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.